Hi everyone, Shane Stevenson, Director of Museum Collections, you know where at the Buffalo Naval Park. Andrew Paul Biondo II, here we are, caretaker of the Sullivans. Brendan Lindahl, caretaker of the Little Rock, and we are gonna have, this is a space I've never seen in my 4 years. Brendan has really embraced it. These two guys went down. This is Aft Steering, and we are going to be heading down there, and you are going to come with us for our 28 and 28. We're beginning to wind that down, and so we'll have a couple of treats. This is a treat, and then tomorrow's video, the last one of the series, will be a treat too, because that is, we're going down to Shaft Alley. What do you guys call it?
The bowling alley.
The bowling alley, all right. So let's head down, and we'll have these guys do some narration because they've been cleaning it up, and we'll go from there.
Okay. So you got two decks, two armament decks up here. You got the first one, and you got the second one.
Sweet. So second deck, third deck, half platform. So that would be, that's what? This is the first platform, second platform? With the half deck here, it's hard
Most
to...
likely second.
Yeah, I would think it's second as well.
Well, actually, this might be considered the hold, because this is the absolute bottom of the ship.
Yeah, okay, here you go, guys.
So you might be on second platform right now. The only real way to know is if there was like one of those
what did the
bags.
What did the CCOL say?
Yeah.
Where is one?
There was one when we first came up, when we were first coming down.
Oh, nice. Oh, nice job, Brandon.
Air conditioned 2.
Holy moly.
Steering power panel 5, 136.2.
So 5 is below because.
Oh, we got a Playboy emblem. Nice.
This might be the emblem. Might be.
All right, guys, why don't you take it away? What are we? Wow, this is fabulous. Now, guys, and this is a question for you, our viewers. How many how many rudders does a Cleveland class or a Galveston class have? Why don't you leave us a comment? We will tell you later in the video, but I'd be interested to hear if you guys think it's two rudders or one rudder, or yeah. So give us your ideas in the comment section. I guess this will give it away, but let's hear what you have to say, guys. What do you do? What went on down here? Brendan, before you started, you came, or after you started, you came down here. What kind of work did you do down here?
So essentially, I came down here just poking around the ship and you know, opening hatches and going places I hadn't been. And I came down here, and it was only this little guy right here, but it wasn't a new bulb. It was an old incandescent, and it looked like a moldy old dark basement. So I said, well, it would be cool if we could. Obviously, there's power down here, so it would be cool if we could light the space up so you can actually see. So I went and got a box of 2 of these LED lamps, and I just put them all in there, so now you can see the whole space.
Nice. So you actually didn't do much. There wasn't much cleaning to do.
There was. I think a lot of these spaces, former crews and whatnot, at the park, it was kind of a hangout spot. So there were like an old box of corn puffs up there, a can of pop, but other than that, not too much.
Wow. Well, usually during, anytime we get ready to get underway, leaving port or actually coming back into port, this here actually is a station that the engineers will man up, just in case they lose steering control up at the pilot house. We would take control down here. And this is also an area that, for midnight steering checks, we would always come down here, take local control, and op test each of the pumps just to make sure everything was, working kosher, and then we transfer right back up to the pilot house.
Got it. Well, you have to test everything on board, right? Yes. Just like everything else. So this was electro-hydraulic. Am I right with that? Like you created the vacuum on one side, and it propelled the rudder on the other to the other side. Is that what we're looking at here?
Well, you can actually utilize either or. You can utilize either one of these.
Okay.
You can use just the one, and then you can switch it over to the other one if you have to. But there's also a manual control with these as well, where even just like with this, even like with this lever here.
Yeah.
You know, you literally have to manually pump, you know, in order to get the rudder to move.
Yeah. Okay. Very cool.
And in the 10 years that I've actually been here, this is the first time in a long time that I've actually been in Aft Steering itself on board here.
Got it.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
a first for everybody.
Yeah.
Although I've been into the shaft alley and all that, this is actually the first time I'm physically seeing this one here.
All right, so you had rudder control, rudder indicators, rudder indicator, another rudder indicator, yeah, okay. And then all the pumps, the hydraulic pumps probably right through there.
Yeah, you can go all the way up. It's easier on this side.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
That
yeah.
side.
And if you look at these 2 points right here, you had helms on either one of these where you're actually controlling it. Because you can stand here and with your sound powered phones on, you're communicating with the pilot house and they're giving you the degrees that you want to do.
The angle.
And as you're turning it, you can actually see on this indicator right here whether it's a right rudder or left rudder from 0 to 35 degrees. And then you're not only looking at this, but directly in front of us on either side, there's those manual indicators as well, which the center, those are your center line ones, and then your arrow one is the one that actually moves to show which degree it is.
Yeah, yeah, I see that. Yeah, this is an area I don't know too much about, other than a little bit about the systems, but, how we...
And if you point out here, Shane, real quick, see how this says A division, and this is the compartment number here? A division is auxiliaries division, which is the enginemen, the engineers that pretty much run these spaces.
Got it. Oh, nice.
Hey, we're at frame 140 right now.
Yeah, and let's see, how many frames on the ship? 200 and, no, shit.
Well, this is
Pardon my language.
this right here against the bulkhead over here is bulkhead 144, and it does not go much further aft
Yeah.
at this level, because this right here is the curvature coming up of the the stern, and this right here is the actual
That's the ram.
ram. This is the actual post. The rudder is right below this. So this would be the shaft that comes through, connects to the rudder.
Yeah.
The rudder would be directly below here. And on the bulkhead to your left is our actual diagrams.
Oh, yeah.
Which I would like to get the ones on the Sullivans revamped because they're fading. It would be cool to actually have them on an easier display.
Yeah, this would be, well, here you go. This is what we should, I should study. Right? Oh boy, this is a pretty heavy schematic here, but.
And then here's your operating instructions and safety precautions right here.
Yeah.
See, on here, look, if you don't actually see the rudder shaft, whereas going in aft steering on the Sullivans, you can physically see the rudder shaft going through the bulkhead.
Yeah, we'll have to do a comparison. We did go in there a little bit, right, when we were looking at the transom, so people can compare it with that video. Yeah. So again, manual control. If something happens to the pilot house, emergency steering, you at least are able to control the rudder from the space and, get into a radial turn or whatever you needed to do.
Well, and it seems like, studying the plans, it seems like this space was one of 3 separate locations that you could control Little Rock from. Obviously being the pilot house,
Right.
and high up in the superstructure up near the SPS 30, on plans, it looks like there might be a secondary conning location up there. And then obviously this would be a tertiary station that could be manned. But they did have an air conditioner down here, down in the hole, and it's over in the corner over
All
there.
right.
But,
Oh, yeah, I saw
but
that
yeah,
coming
this,
in.
yeah.
Yeah, and during sea and anchor stations, you usually have like maybe like one officer down here. You'll have an electrician, you'll have an engineman, and maybe like one or two other guys. There's not too many people that would really man down here, you know, that would have to be here in an emergency if anything happened.
Right. Now, the Little Rock never saw any, obviously, war action, but it would be pretty harrowing to be stationed down here during a battle.
And it's loud.
You have no idea what's going on. You've got the four shafts, the four props.
There's two layers of armor that we saw coming down the trunk. You had the armor that's above our head and then one level up. And there doesn't seem to be a quick way out of here.
Yeah, you definitely are trapped down here if something happens.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Well, this might be a spot for the curator tour, maybe.
Yeah.
Now that Brendan has it all lit up and Andrew's been down here giving his expertise.
Yep, the LED lamps went far. We got this lit up.
Yeah, this is...
We got the barbette forward, 6-inch barbette all lit up.
Yeah, okay, good.
Yeah, I noticed you got the bilge slightly lit up as well back there too, so.
Well, you know, that's an homage to you, EN1.
Bilge Monster and I used to be on a first name basis.
Yeah. Yeah, there's the air conditioner right there.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, Luke oil cooler over there.
Here's your manufacturer's plate. Date 1943. Oh,
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, they would not have taken this out just like the evaporators that we saw when we were walking around with the evaporator video. These are the original components. They would not have changed these out during her conversion. If they work, they work, and they just probably prepped them and got them running and working. And everything's great. So what are we hearing right now?
that's the actual, that's outside.
That's outside.
That's outside, that's wind and water, because you are, well, there's a placard right there, up against the pump right there, from the water line.
And don't forget, there is a bubbler behind the Sullivans that we're probably
Oh,
hearing
yeah,
as
we're
well,
probably
because we're not
hearing
that far from it.
Yep. All right, guys, say sign off here. Thanks, APB2.
There it is.
Yep. Engineman First Class, Andrew Biondo. Nice, hope you guys come again. Keep up watching the videos, and we'll bring more and more to you as time goes on. So.
Thank you.
See you, everybody.
And thanks for watching this 28 and 28, number 27. And for tomorrow's video, you will see the bowling alley. All right, I don't call it that. I'll call it the shaft alley, but there we go. Thanks, everyone. You know what to do. Subscribe, ring the bell, tell friends. If you're a first-time watcher, we thank you for your support, and we'll see you again soon.